up in the front. That's all. That's all. What are you doing? You getting a shot.
So what are they going to do now?
What we just witnessed was Cassie's husband walking out of the courtroom after supposedly hearing some of the details of her freak-offs that she attended. Now, what I'm about to tell you is my opinion, and everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Now, luckily I'm not a juror for one side, and the other side probably wish I was a juror. Because let's start with why I think Diddy's getting off, and then we'll follow up with why her husband stormed out and why low-value women behavior gets them in trouble. All right. So first, this case is about primarily racketeering. All right. And conspiracy. And racketeering involves multiple people. And the weird thing about this trial is that let me show y'all a definition of racketeering. I'll put it up on the screen. Racketeering, or engaging in a racket, refers to a pattern of illegal activities often associated with organized crime carried out for profit. Okay, these activities are typically fraudulent and may involve extortion, intimidation, or other illegal methods. Now, the term is often used in conjunction with the Racketeer Influence and Corruption Organizations Act, RICO, which provides a legal framework for prosecuting such crimes. Now, there are some keywords in here. Primarily is organized crime. So you typically don't have a one-man RICO. Always when I'm doing a video. So racketeering, criminal enterprise, is often associated with organized criminal groups that operate like legitimate businesses while engaging in illegal activities. Okay? So they are trying to frame one man for a RICO case, a racketeering, and it's very weak. Okay? It would be different if there were co-defendants. It would be different if there were people who snitched. But none of that's happening. Right? It's just Cassie versus Diddy. And now they are focusing solely on sex trafficking. Right? So you still have to have a victim. right? And to make this about sex trafficking from RICO, and just from the outside looking in, it looks like they're just trying to throw shit on the wall and find out what sticks. All right? And it's weak. And from my understanding, all the information that Cassie's saying is that she should be a co-defendant, because she was involved with it, right? No one, they keep using this term, she was worried, she was fearful. Well, how many times did she call the police on Diddy? How many times they were together for 10 years, from year 0 to year 10, how many times did she call the police on Diddy, claiming that she was in fear of her life or scared? 0. Okay? So this is not playing out how I guess a lot of people thought it would be playing out, because many people thought that this was going to be the biggest case. There were going to be witnesses. This was going to be taking down the whole music industry. Well, it seems like that's really not the case, because there's only like 2 witnesses, no co-defendants, just 1 defendant. So this case is very weak. Low value women, that behavior, low value women choose to put themselves in precarious situations. And they pay the price for that. She was alone with a man that she did not want to marry. Or maybe she did want to marry Diddy. They keep saying she was in love. They keep saying she was fear. Either way, I'll talk about this. And I'll tell women, do not be alone privately with a man you do not want to engage relations with. Period. But I say in my book, low value women do that all the time. And that what causes them to be hurt. Had they not chosen to be alone with a man they did not want to have relations with, they would have never been hurt. They wouldn't have had the opportunity to be hurt, because they wouldn't have been alone with him. They wouldn't have even insinuated that they wanted to be alone with him. But low value women put themselves in those positions all the time, because again, they're not striving to be with one man for the rest of their life, so they will just be with many men and put themselves in dangerous situations, and then wonder why they get burned when they know they were playing with fire. Now, all of Cassie's activities in those hotel rooms, at those parties, are being revealed. And this is why women's behavior follows them for the rest of their lives. even if they miraculously change from low value to high value, that behavior that you displayed does not change. It's still there. It's a cloud of behavior, low value behavior. And this cloud is going to follow Cassie. It's going to follow her husband, because now we know some of the things that Cassie did behind closed doors that her husband now knows about, and he has to live with that person. And in the back of his mind, he's wondering, wow, she did all of that before me? She gave her best years to P. Diddy, not me? That's in the back of his mind. It may start creeping to the front of his mind eventually. And I'll talk about that in the book. Low value women, many of them give their best years to the streets. Now, that's their choice. That's their decision. But like I said, they have to live with their decision. And her husband, who knows? You know, it might be things that Cassie did with Diddy that her husband wanted to do with Cassie, and Cassie told him no. She let Diddy do it, but she won't let her husband do it. Whatever that may be. That's in his mind. Those are thoughts. Okay? Now add to that, you have Cassie's kids. She's pregnant while testifying. Her kids are going to have to go to school one day. And her kids' friends are going to listen to this trial and read about this trial and about their mom, Cassie, and what she did. And her children are going to be told by their peers what their mom did. That she chose to do. They said Cassie broke down when the prosecutors asked her, did she enjoy some of the parties? And the truth of the matter is, she stayed for 10 years. So that means she enjoyed something. And now, after moving on, she wants to come back and claim, oh, I was scared. I only did it because I was scared and fearful. No. Cassie's behavior, her actions are going to follow her and her offspring for years and years to come. So, thank you for watching. I'm out.